Good morning, everyone. It's time for some questions and answers. Right, the first question is by Cosmic Outpost, which is, whatever happened to those synthesizer videos that you used to do that have thousands of views? Right, now, I stopped making those a long time ago because I got hideously badly electrocuted and my hands don't play the way that they used to. Now, I was never that good as a synth player, I just want to point that out. But the thing is, it's like when you keep trying to play something, I can't even play the Doctor Who theme without messing up now, and that really stresses me out. That used to be my warm-up piece. I used to play that, and the sort of main solos from Van Halen's Jump, they were amazing. That was the only reason I got a keyboard in the first place, because I wanted to play that song, Jump. I know it's kind of weird, but that's why I did it. Anyway, I gave my synthesizers to my friend Francis, who's a fantastic musician, absolutely brilliant performer, and I think he uses the Juno, but basically, yeah, I don't think he uses the microKORG. So I could always ask him if he'll give me the microKORG, maybe get a guitar amp into my home, give it a shot, try and do that. The thing is, the videos do get a lot of views. In fact, recently I got 2 keyboards because I went to Milton Keynes, and I worked in this school with a team called Mycho Entertainment, and they're very, very good. Basically, the thing is, sorry about this. I'm getting tired. I've tried to make this video several times. The thing is, it's I'm just worried about playing it again and again and again, becoming more and more stressed out, because all I want to do is I want to create good content, and unfortunately I'm not able to play good content at the moment, and that is why I am the way that I am at the moment. So I don't know. Maybe I'll make one. See how it goes with the old keyboards. Try and do a double keyboard video. One of the things that I used to like a channel called Hamsterdunce, and the guy Dave there, he's a fantastic musician. Anyway, but that's why I've stopped making videos, because I got electrocuted. I can't play properly, and I've given my kit away. And I'll see whether or not I can get my microKORG back. Because the microKORG was a popular one, and you can make some amazing sounds on that beast. Anyway, the next question is from Cletus the Slob, who is a new friend of the channel, and Cletus has asked me, what are your favourite horror movies? This is just one of the questions he's asked me. So my favourite horror movie of all time would be Alien. I love that film to absolute pieces. That film is amazing. I'm sorry about this, my arms are tired. I actually tried to do too many push-ups yesterday and it hurt me, but anyway, sorry. I love Alien. It's an amazing film. I do like the Nightmare on Elm Street films. They're a guilty pleasure because I know they could have been better. I love Aliens as well, not as much as the original film. I've got all of the Aliens up there on my thing, apart from the original film, and unfortunately, I want to watch the original film. I like Resident Evil, actually. I've got Resident Evil. In terms of horror films, The Thing is definitely up there as one of the best horror films that's ever been made. I've got quite a lot of films currently up in my room at the moment, just across my shelves. Yeah. What's he doing with Impulse? That's a girl thing, isn't it? It's actually really good for cleaning out shoes. Anyway, the thing is, I like that film. Now, the thing is, I also like horror films which are like these, what people would see as being horror trash. Forbidden World is an amazing film with a brilliant score. I believe it was by Susan Justin, who's fantastic, and she should have done more music. And Galaxy of Terror was also a really, really good film. They're not the best. In fact, Galaxy of Terror has got a brilliant middle, terrible beginning, and a terrible end. That's how I pitch it. I also, in regards to like Mycho Entertainment, Mycho's created some amazing films, like, for example, Hollower here, which is a beautifully shot masterpiece, I think. And Legacy of Thorn, which has got some amazing killing sequences in. And when they send me Mask of Thorn, I'll be able to show that to people as well. And that's got an amazing scene in where I actually get to do things with a woman. Oh my god! It was brilliant. She's a brilliant actress. I'll pitch that later though. But yeah, I've actually done a lot of music for horror films, and my inspirations come from strange sort of horror. One of the most amazing films that I've seen that I can't take inspiration from, it's not actually a film, it's a series. It's called Parasite. Now there's some cool dubstep stuff in Parasite that actually I hate dubstep, but they make it work. I think it's dubstep. It sounds dreadful, but they make it work anyway. There's a brilliant stuff in that. Oh man, I don't have enough horrors on my shelves. I just don't know where they've all gone. Oh wait, yes I do. My ex has got most of them. My ex has got all my good horror films, which is really really tragic. But the fact of the matter is that is life. You know, that's something that you can only really figure out when when you've got like a date tonight and. It's like, oh my god, I said I was going to show you a horror film, but not a sci-fi film, and then you realise that most of your horror films are actually sci-fi, so you're fucked. But anyway, that is the misfortune of life. But anyway, yes. So, horror movies. Am I going to make any more horror music? Yes, I am definitely going to make more horror music. My 1980s horror tracks are, without doubt, some of the most popular tracks I've ever made, with about 10 to 15 downloads between them, or 10 to 15 buys of the actual tracks, which is amazing. I made them similar to the music which Jay Chataway wrote for this film. I think it's called no, it wasn't called Psycho. It was called Maniac. What am I thinking? It was an amazing film and it made me feel very uncomfortable, so I started writing music that made me feel uncomfortable, and that's been really popular, and I do want to make more of it. I think that's the key. If you've got tracks that are really good and really really creepy, people will buy them. I don't like the idea of making money through music. It feels kind of nasty because I feel in a way like I'm exploiting things, but actually when I look at what musicians do charge for stock music, I don't think £1 per track, if that, is a lot, because I only see about 60 pence of that. But the thing is, yeah, I'm going to make more horror music. It's just, unfortunately, I'm tied up in things. I'm working on some really good computer games at the moment, Cletus, and they are amazing. One of them is a horror computer game, and I believe I've got the rights to the soundtrack for that. So it's more drones and weird ambient sound, but I'm so proud of it, and I'm sworn to secrecy about the names of both of the games because both of them have made me sign a goddamn NDA. But I can tell you that they are amazing games, and the people who've created them have been crafting them over years, and they've come to me, and I'm so happy to have been able to work with them. It's a real privilege. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a series of videos where I talk about all of the different sort of films that I've scored and all of the inspirations that's come from it. I think that would be good and very, very beneficial, because the thing is, it's like I started with Return to Bloodfart Lake being the first film I ever wrote music for, and you know what? I'm not unhappy with that being my starting point, because the thing is, I've come so far since then, and I'm really, really happy with that. Right. What's my horror inspiration for the music? I mentioned that was the film Maniac for Jay Chataway's score for Maniac. Right, probably low budget horror movies from the 1970s and 80s. Yes, that is definitely the case. 1970s and 80s, they are the best eras for film in my opinion, and because I'm a filmmaker as well, I love them. The thing is, when you can watch a film like The Breakfast Club and it can get you so emotionally involved that you actually start feeling something, and then you have to watch something like American Pie back to back with that. I know that that's an old film now, but good God, that's not my thing. That's not my thing at all. Yes, but my favourite horror movies are the ones that I've mentioned, and to be honest, yeah, I like Nightmare on Elm Street. It's guilty pleasure. You know, I don't like Hellraiser for some reason. Everyone seems to think that it's so good, but it's just not my thing. I'm actually really picky when it comes to films, because it's like there are some films that they do meet the grade and some that don't. I love The Princess Bride, for example, and I love Shock Treatment, the follow-on to Rocky Horror. But there's other films that I should love which I don't. Actually, Total Recall is probably one of the biggest and best films of all time. I like Manhunter. Manhunter's amazing. You know what? How would it feel if I went out there and did a bunch of scores to different films? That would be an interesting one, wouldn't it? Like, for example, I love the score to Silent Running, so if I did a Silent Running inspired score, if I did a Manhunter inspired score, and basically so that people could go and get scores that are similar for their films. I did start this a while back with Dune, actually, of all films, and I wanted to make that really, really good. So yeah, anyway, that's something to actually think about. Would you like me to do that? And also, if so, what kind of films do you reckon I should start with? What kind of music would you like to see coming out of me? I don't have a lot of time at the moment, but after I finish doing all of these scores and doing the work which I'm having to do on this MMO, then I will have a lot of time free. I'm also carrying a lot of load at work. I used to be doing 9 accounts, and that used to be pretty tough. I'm doing 22, 23 accounts at the moment. Little bit overbearing at times, just between you and me, but I can handle it. The fact of the matter is I don't get fired, and my boss is a legend, so he deserves me working hard. Anyway, next one, Weird City Citizen, one of my favourite friends from the internets. He says, "Are you planning on making any more Chan War Space Adventure episodes? Can I be an episode in your next space quest?" The answer is yes, I am planning on making more. I'm planning on making 12 of them all in all, at least. Maybe I'll cut it down a bit, probably, and try and divide it into 2 series, because it's taken such a toll on me. It's just so expensive to make it. He's on the South Coast, and he would like to be in an episode, and I talked with him about this, and the thing is, if he's up for it, then I'd love to work with him. Why not? It's great, because he's been a fan of my channel for a long time, so I would really look forward to that. He got a little... I like his avatar, which is slightly reminiscent of a film, which like a steampunk apple or something. It's a Clockwork Orange. I know what I'm talking about. That makes a change, doesn't it? I don't actually have a Clockwork Orange. I didn't actually like. I loved it the first time I saw it. The violence actually made me feel physically sick because it was so well done, even though it was theatrical. But the fact of the matter is the film just didn't stick with me after a while. And my friend Rob didn't give me a question, but he was really, really nice, so thank you, Rob. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for getting back to me. I will try and answer any more questions that you've got, and I've really enjoyed this question and answer session. What do you think of the moving camera? I don't know whether or not it's a good idea, but unfortunately I've got to pack up my room and make it look nice today, so hopefully that'll work. Anyway, I hope you're all having a fantastic day and that you're doing well. And earlier, when I was making the video, I wanted to show you something, but I got caught up, and I didn't want to basically ruin someone's question. I just wanted to show you that over here I've got some pictures from Alien, with Martin Bauer's signature there on them. Martin Bauer is brilliant. He worked with me on he's worked with me on several of my projects, including my sci-fi series. He's also built this spaceship for me, which is great. And I love Martin to bits. Now, a lot of people, they say some pretty bad things about him. People who've worked in the model industry, or people who don't really know him that well. But all I know of him is that he is one of the most honest and upstanding people that I've ever met, and I really like him. And that it really, really annoys me what he gets put through. And the thing is, it's like when we've had our talks about things, and he's talked about like the Blake 7 thing that was being sold on eBay for 35 grand. And talking about how he was the one who touched it up and fixed it and everything. It's just like, it's interesting, because it's like he's had a bad life when it comes to being looked after by the people who he's worked for, and frankly, he's an exceptional model maker, probably one of the best in the world, and I really, really love the work that he does. And the thing is, he doesn't charge an arm and a leg for it either. He is a very cheap person to work with, and whilst it did cost me many hundreds of pounds, like the spaceship cost me 650, the thing is, he puts in so much effort, so much work, and so much detail. It's so worth it, and everything that he creates is like an original. So yeah, I love Martin. But anyway, yeah, this is becoming an Alex rant video, so I'll show you something. This is Let's Have Fun. This is a big part of my childhood, and one of my best friends from when I was a kid. And I used to remember my dad used to go like this, and he used to get Let's Have Fun sort of do this walking little thing with his legs. He used to go, Let's Have Fun goes up, Let's Have Fun goes down, Let's Have Fun goes round and round and round and round and round, like that. And I used to laugh at that so much. I used to that was a brilliant thing from my past. But anyway, yeah, you get to see some weaknesses. I appear almost human in this video. Good God, you know. Anyway, yeah, I got a lot of cool things at the moment. I've actually got some business cards as well, with my website and logo on it. My camera doesn't want to autofocus on that. Nice one, camera. You pay $2 for a camera, it doesn't want to autofocus for you. You're a little bit of a prim and proper missy, aren't you? But yeah, anyway, I've talked way too much today, but it's been really nice doing the questions and answers. If you've got any more questions for me, you can ask them on any of my videos. I'll get into another questions and answer video, and I'll write all that up for you guys. Because the thing is, it's like, I like to give back as well, and if there's anything that you want me to do on my channel, just let me know and I'll try and do it. You know, I try my hardest to do a good job. Anyway, yes, one thing I do recommend doing is looking up Mycho Entertainment. At the moment they're making a film called Cleavers. They made a film called Cleaver a while back called Rise of the Killer Clown. Yeah, it was Rise. I always call it Attack of the Killer Clown, but it's Rise of the Killer Clown, and it's about it was an interestingly shot movie. I put some money towards it. It was great, and I'm so proud to have been able to work on it. In regards to other sort of films that they've done these films called the Slasher House films that are really, really good. The thing is, they're amazing for independent films. I love the colours. There's so much effort that's gone into them, and they've done a fantastic job. I love Mycho Entertainment, and I really want to work with them as soon as possible this year, because they are literally the best people I've ever met in regards to filmmaking. Also, another cool thing that's happening this year, All Hell Breaks Loose. This is a film which is very close to my heart, and I did a lot of work on All Hell Breaks Loose. I was literally working on it for months and months under this guy called Jeremy Garner, and he started making a film called The Cemetery People. It dropped off the face of the earth, and Jeremy decided that he was going to change his life, become a bodybuilder, pretty much, and yeah, everything started working out that way for him. But now he is back with The Cemetery People, and he's going to finish the film, and I'm going to be working on it, so I'm really happy, because the thing is, I love Jeremy's work. Flipping All Hell Breaks Loose is a cinematic masterpiece. You know, that is not. It does not look like an independent film. It looks like a sort of very, very cheap studio film, but it's very, very good, and I love it. I love it to bits. If you've never watched it, I definitely recommend at least trying to find out a little bit about it. But I did a video on it a little while back, talking a bit about it, why I enjoyed it so much as an independent film. Oh yeah, another cool thing, right? I need to talk about this. Right, my friend, a long time ago, I had a friend called Adam Willis who was in the original Walrus series. Now he made a thing called the Starship Osiris, which is absolutely phenomenal. I love this to bits. I watched it and I cried because it was so funny, and they were having such a good time making it, and it was such a darn good film. And frankly, yeah, the Starship Osiris is definitely something to look up. I don't know whether or not you can get hold of a copy of it online, but if I can find that, that's going up in the description so that you can give it a shot. Anyway, if there's anything that you want from me, just ask, and I'll see what I can do, you know, because the thing is, I want to give back to you guys. If there is a specific soundtrack that you're interested in, I will try and make it, you know. I'm limited when it comes to orchestral work, because I'm terrible at orchestral stuff. All Hell Breaks Loose was kind of orchestral at the start, but it went to hell because they wanted it to be much more grim, grisly sounds, but, you know, that's life, isn't it? Anyway, it has been an absolute pleasure, as always, talking with you guys. You have a lovely day, and I'll catch you later. Bye!